Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz with me, Deepika, and coming up in the next half an hour. In ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup, South Africa breaks semi-final drinks, decimate Afghanistan to enter maiden final in any ICC event. On the other hand, India all set to lock horns with England in second semi-final in Guyana. Georgia secures a historic place in the knockout stages of Euro 2024 as group stage comes to an end. Last 16 to begin from Saturday, the 29th of June. And in an interesting clash at Copa America, Venezuela enters quarterfinal with 1-0 victory over Mexico. Ecuador beats Jamaica to keep their hopes alive. So those were the top headlines of the hour that we are tracking for all our viewers here on Sports Buzz. And now to begin with all the latest action from the ongoing ICC T20 Cricket World Cup. The penultimate match of an engrossing T20 Cricket World Cup will see India facing England in the second semi-final at Province Stadium on Thursday. However, heavy rain is predicted during the second semi-final in Guyana. Let's quickly take a look at this pre-match preview.
Following their impressive victory over Australia in the final group stage match, India has avenged their 2023 ODI World Cup defeat at home. Now they seek redemption against England, facing them in the T20 World Cup semi-finals at the rain-threatened Providence Stadium in Guyana. However, concerns loom over the form of star batter Virat Kohli, who hasn't had a great run in the World Cup. India have been unbeaten so far, defeating Ireland, Pakistan and USA in the group stage, with their match against Canada washed out by rain. In the Super 8 stage, they registered comfortable wins over Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Australia. This time, India boasts more batting firepower, more middle over options and a varied attack.
We want to be a smart cricket team. We want to assess and play. It's a knockout game. We want to think about how well we can play and what we can do as a team. At the end of the day, you've got to play good cricket to win the cricket game. We'll focus on how we can play this game well and get the results in our favour. That's what we'll be focusing on. At the end of the day, two good cricket teams are going to play, so it's going to be a great game. Indian cricket team goes through a very high pressure situations most of the time. This format is all about confidence. As long as you are confident in what you want to do, you are putting you're putting the foot in the right direction.
But beating the defending champion won't be easy. England, just 2 games away from becoming the first men's team to retain a T20 World Cup, are a formidable opponent.
There's a general feeling that our best cricket is in front of us. I think we've been pretty good in patches. We've done some really good stuff over here, but we haven't put together that perfect game. So with a bit of luck that happens against India, it's certainly going to be a great occasion. They're a very strong unit and they present a massive challenge for us, but one that we're very excited to take on. Both teams, we're going to go out there and throw punches at each other for 40 odd overs. So it's going to be a great contest.
Meanwhile, there is a heavy rain forecast for the second semi-final in Guyana. India and England have played 23 T20 international. Out of that, India have won 12. But they haven't claimed this tournament since its inception in 2007. Who will emerge victorious in this high-stake clash? Watch as these two cricketing powerhouses clash for a spot in the T20 World Cup final. With Person S. Jayashankar, this is Taposh Bhattacharya for DD India from Guyana.
Now, with rain predicted and no reserve day, the stakes are really high. India will advance if the match is washed out. Spin-friendly conditions and key players on both the sides promise an intense clash today.
In the second semi-final, India will lock horns with England at the Providence Stadium in Guyana. However, the excitement is tempered by weather forecasts predicting rain that could disrupt the highly anticipated showdown. With an 88% chances of rain and 18% chance of thunderstorms, fans and players are alike anxiously watching the skies. Without reserve day, the stakes are high. If the match gets washed out, India, having topped their Super 8 group, will automatically advance to the final. If rain interrupts play, ICC's regulations allows a 250 minutes window to complete the match. This could push the game well into the night. If persistent rain prevails, India moves on due to their superior group stage performance. Providence Stadium's pitch favors spin bowlers, a factor that could play a significant role. In recent match, spinners helped Afghanistan secure victory over New Zealand. This bodes well for India with their formidable spin attack featuring Ravindra Jadeja, Akshar Patel and Kuldeep Yadav. England too has strong spinning option in Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali, ready to exploit these conditions. The match could turn into a tactical battle with both teams needing to adapt quickly to the changing dynamics. Key players to watch includes India's skipper Rohit Sharma and the experienced Virat Kohli. Rishabh Pant's explosive batting could be crucial if rain shortens the match, making quick runs essential. For England, captain Jos Buttler leads from the front, supported by hard hitters like Liam Livingstone and all-round prowess of Sam Curran. Bowlers Jofra Archer and Chris Jordan will aim for early breakthroughs against India's strong batting lineup. This semi-final rekindles memories of the 2022 clash, where England chased down India's 169 target with ease. Unbeaten in the tournament, India is driven by a narrative of revenge and redemption. Will rain dampen the showdown, or will we witness a full throttle battle? That only time can tell. With cameraperson S. Jayashankar, this is Tapush Bhattacharya for DD India from Guyana.
So who is the favourite to win the semi-final clash between India and England? And will there be mass exodus for West Indies cricketer to USA? Watch former West Indies captain Ram Naresh Sarwan speaking to DD India correspondent Tapush Bhattacharya in an exclusive conversation.
Joining me is former West Indian captain Ram Naresh Sarwan to talk about the T20 World Cup. Sir, semi-final lineup there, India and England. Who do you think will be the favourite to win this particular contest?
Well, I think based on favoritism, not only from, I think generally people would want India to win. Of course, I think England itself has come a very far way. Of course, they've been T20 World Cup champion, and their whole approach to the game has changed over the last few years, which is very interesting and very encouraging. They play a very entertaining sort of kind of cricket. So I'm sure we're going to have a good game. We just have to wait and see what the conditions has to offer.
Two of India's players might just be playing their last T20 World Cup as a former captain of West Indies. Do you see these two, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma? Virat Kohli didn't have a great tournament so far, and Rohit Sharma had an amazing game last match against Australia. How do you see these two players coming up, and one thought about Rohit Sharma's scintillating batting against Australia?
I mean, look, I think if we're to be honest, it's been a very difficult tournament for batters. Of course, the pitches possess different challenges, so it's been a bit difficult. However, I think what Virat and Rohit has done over the years, it's really commendable. And I think they would themselves would want to finish on a high, not only with their individual score, but obviously try and win a World Cup.
Right. Talking about West Indies cricket, we saw them doing well in T20 format, but here in this particular World Cup, they didn't, set the stage on fire.
Yeah, I mean, we could say that quite for a few teams. Really, same thing for a few teams. I think, like I said, the challenges remain with the surface that we've had. Of course, the teams who have participated and done well, they've been able to adjust to the conditions. One of our strengths, meaning West Indies, is our batting. And of course, we haven't been able to display that well. I think one of the contributions to that as well is the fact that we're pretty much a boundary hitting side. Right. And the surface that we've played on, it was not kind of conducive to do that. So I think that kind of played into our weakness, and it kind of showed up more, which was very evident before.
The last question, give us a brief about India's bowling lineup, especially led by Kumar in the spin pace department and Kuldeep Yadav in the spin department. How do you rate India's bowling lineup?
Well, I think you guys have one of the best bowling attack in the competition. I think the bowlers they've got and the experience they've got, I mean, they've demonstrated not only at the international level, but also at IPL and so forth. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I think England plays a brand of cricket, but I think the conditions is going to have a lot to do with it. Which might be in favor of India.
Which might favor India. That was the former West Indian captain Ram Naresh Sarwan saying that India might just be a favourite in the tie in semi-final. With cameraperson S. Jayashankar, this is Tapush Bhattacharya for DD India from Guyana.
Now let's talk about Rohit Sharma also, who has really transformed his approach to T20 batting in the last 2 years, and especially in St. Lucia, where it was a high-stakes test of his commitment to a new and ultra-attacking mindset. TD India's Taposh Bhattacharya dissect Rohit Sharma's ultra-aggressive style of play. Let's take a look.
In the Caribbean, Rohit Sharma proved why he is one of the most feared batsmen in T20 cricket. Facing a high-stake test against Australia, India's captain adopted an ultra-attacking mindset, launching into Mitchell Starc's second over with relentless aggression. Sixes over cover, a powerful drive down the ground, and Rohit's intentions were clear from the start. His 92 of just 41 balls was a masterclass in T20 batting, setting the tone for a crucial victory in India's quest to reach the T20 World Cup semi-finals. Rohit Sharma is now an all-time leading run scorer in men's T20 international with 4,165 runs, surpassing Babar Azam. His blistering half-century of just 19 ball is the fastest by any batter in T20 international format against Australia, and he leads India scoring in the tournament with 191 runs. This transformation in Rohit's game is remarkable. His average and strike rate have soared since becoming captain, a testament to his commitment to high-risk, high-reward cricket. As Rohit clutched the catch to dismiss Travis Head, it wasn't just a win, it was a statement, a small step towards redemption after past heartbreaks, and a signal that this Indian team, led by rejuvenated Rohit Sharma, means business. With 2 games left to secure the trophy, Rohit's biggest challenge lies ahead. But if this performance is any indication, the hitman is ready to lead his team to glory. With camera person Jaishankar, this is Taposh Bhattacharya for TD India from Guyana.
And now a quick update from the first semi-final, where dominant performance with the ball saw South Africa pumping out Afghanistan at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad in the early hours today. On a day that many were expecting a great contest, Afghanistan won the toss and chose to bat first, but they did not have a great start. South Africa's quick ravaged Afghanistan's top order, taking 5 wickets inside first 5 overs to send the opposition in absolute tatters towards their eventual 56 all-out. South Africa's left-arm wrist spinner Tabriz Shamsi and pacer Marco Jansen spearheaded the demolition of a suspect Afghanistan batting lineup. Now, fast bowlers Kagiso Rabada and Andrik Nordstrom maintained the relentless pressure with 2 wickets apiece on a surface which encouraged all bowlers but left Afghanistan with too little to defend. South Africa lost Quinton de Kock early in reply for Fazil Haq Faruqi's tournament-leading 17th wicket. But Reza Hendricks and captain Aiden Markram saw South Africa to victory at 60 for 1 of 8.5 overs. South Africa will make their first ever appearance at a T20 Cricket World Cup finale on Saturday in Barbados. With India or England, that remains to be seen. So here are a quick fact check when we talk about South Africa and their maiden T20 Cricket World Cup final. So let's take a look at it and look at the graphics that would be played on your screen. So South Africa recorded its longest winning streak in T20 Cricket International. Not only this, South Africa now equals Australia's record of 8 victories on the trot in T20 World Cup, spanning 2 editions of 2022 and 24. Moving on, this is also South Africa's biggest winning margin by balls in T20Is, and Hendrik Nortje is now South Africa's highest wicket taker, who produced a devastating 3-over spell for figures of 2 for 7 in a single T20 Cricket World Cup edition. It's now time to take a quick break here on DD India Sports Pass, but still to come on the other side. Australian swimmer champion Kate Campbell announces retirement. And an exclusive conversation with Olympic-bound equestrian Anusha Agrawala.
voice of a rising aspirational world. Stories of challenges, struggles and accomplishment. A world battling conflict, hunger and poverty. Embracing growth, development, science and technology. A voice of progress, a voice of unity. Watch Voice of the Global South with me, Akshay Dongre, only on DD India.
Welcome back after that short break. You're watching DD India Sports Buzz, and now it's time to get you all the latest from the ongoing Euro 2024. Well, at Euro, Georgia made history with a 2-0 victory over Portugal to make it to their first ever major tournament knockout stage. Portugal had already won the group, but they were shocked in their final group stage game after a massive loss. The 39-year-old Ronaldo had been looking to become the oldest player to score at the Euros, but was instead reduced to kicking the turf in irritation when he went off in the second half. Georgia completed the biggest Euros upset in the history by beating Portugal based on FIFA rankings and created a night to remember in their debut major tournament. They will now play Spain in the last 16, while Portugal will take on Slovenia. In another match, Cenk Tosun scored a stoppage time winner as Turkey beat Czech Republic by 2-1 in a fiery final group game to secure a last 16 tie against Austria. The Czechs, who were the finalists at the last tournament, needed victory to stand any chance of advancing, but the 20th minute dismissal of midfielder Antonin Barak for a harsh second yellow card hit them hard. In fact, there were a total of 18 cards shown in or after the game, which is a new record for a European Championship match. Meanwhile, Turkey finished second behind Portugal in Group F and will play Austria in the last 16 on the 2nd of July in Leipzig. In another match, Romania finished top of Group E as they and Slovakia reached the last 16 at Euro 2024 with an entertaining 1-1 draw in Frankfurt. Ondrej Duda gave Slovakia a 24-minute lead when he got in behind the Romanian defence to power in a header from Juraj Kuka's pinpoint cross. Both the sides showed plenty of attacking intent and Romania equalised before half-time. This draw, however, also sent Slovakia through to the last 16 as one of the best third-place sides and will face England in the last 16. Now, Belgium are also through to the round of 16 after finishing as Group E runners-up with a 0-0 draw with Ukraine, whose hopes of progressing ended with the goalless ending on Wednesday. Both the teams made a nervy start at the Stuttgart Arena with plenty at stake in the group as all four teams began the evening level on 3 points apiece. With Slovakia and Romania drawing 1-1 in the group's other match, all the teams ended on 4 points. Belgium finished second to Romania on goals scored, while Ukraine came fourth due to having the first goal difference. On to Copa America now. Salomon Rondon struck a second-half penalty to send Venezuela into the Copa America quarterfinals on Wednesday with a 1-0 victory over Mexico in Group B. Mexico earned a penalty of their own for a handball in the dying minutes, but Rafael Romo got down low to parry Urbel Pineda's 87th minute spot kick. The victory moved Venezuela, who beat Ecuador in their opening match, up to 6 points at the top of the group and secured their progress to the last 8 with a game to spare. Mexico will play Ecuador in Arizona on Sunday in a match that will decide the other qualifier from the group. Meanwhile, Jamaica are out irrespective of the outcome of their last match against Venezuela in Texas, having already lost to Mexico and Ecuador. And Ecuador kept their hopes of qualifying for the Copa America quarterfinals alive with a 3-1 victory over Jamaica in Las Vegas on Wednesday that left the Ricky boys on the brink of elimination. Ecuador went ahead in the 13th minute via Jamaica own goal when Piero Hincapie's cross from the left was deflected off KZ Palmer's shin into the net. The South Americans doubled the lead via Kenthry Paez penalty kick just before the interval after a handball by Gregory Leif before Alan Minda that killed off the contest in the 91st minute with a goal from a classic counter-attack. Moving on in sports buzz, Kate Campbell, Australia's most celebrated swimmer, has announced her retirement from the sport on Wednesday. Kate failed to qualify for this year's Olympics in Paris, and ahead of the event, she announced her retirement, saying, and I quote her statement, "Time to officially say goodbye to the dream I have had since I was 9 years old," unquote. She posted this on a social media platform. Campbell missed out on what would have been her 5th game team when she fell short of qualification for the 100-meter and 50-meter freestyle event. A veteran of 4 Olympics, she has won 8 Olympic medals, broke 7 world records, and is one of the most recognizable faces in Australian sport. And up next is a super exclusive conversation with Olympic-bound equestrian Anush Agrawala, who is all set to represent India for the first ever time in dressage event. Well, this is for the first time that India will be participating in the dressage event. So let's hear from the champion on how he is preparing for the mega event and what sort of changes he has witnessed in terms of facilities available in the country for big international events. Let's take a listen. A very warm welcome to you, Anush, and thank you so much for taking out your precious time and joining us. Anush, first of all, we want to know how excited are you, because not only you would be representing India at the Olympics, but this is also would be the first time that India would be witnessing its participation at the dressage event.
To be honest, competing at the Olympic Games has always been a childhood dream, not only for me, but for my whole family. And I'm really, really proud to have been achieving this feat at the Paris Olympics at just 24 years of age. And it just makes it even more special that I will be the first ever Indian athlete to be competing in the sport of dressage at an Olympic Games. And I'm pretty confident that this will provide a huge boost to the younger generations to really push them to take up the sport, the sport up more and more seriously, and hopefully at the upcoming Olympic Games we might even have a team in the sport of dressage.
And how are you preparing for this prestigious event?
To be honest, I just competed 2 days ago and my horse felt great. So we are, at the moment, we will take some time off so that my horse can rest for a few days, and then we will get back into training. And I will not do anything special just because of the Olympic Games, I would say. Just everything what I've always been doing, which is working on myself, training hard, just going through what things we can improve, and most importantly, it's that the horse is feeling fit, that the horse is happy, and that's the most important part about the sport. And I'm really excited.
And also you would be knowing that India is now hoping, wishing and working also to host the Olympics and to propose that proposal in front of the concerned authorities. What do you think? Where are we placed when we talk about the infrastructural developments of India?
To be honest, first of all, regarding the Olympic movement coming to India, I think that's a great initiative. I'm pretty sure that the whole country is really looking forward to it. It will be a huge push to the development of sport in our country. And as we can all see, in the past few years, sports has really developed in our country. And I would say each and every sport has seen a positive push towards the better. For example, the last Asian Games was the first ever Asian Games where India crossed more than 100 medals. So that just shows, how sport is developing and how India is developing as a country. And I think that this will help in getting the Olympic movement to India in 2036.
All right, thank you so much, Anush, and we wish you all the very, very best for your performance and the upcoming events, not only the Olympics, but also other international events. Thank you so much for joining us and talking to DD India exclusively. And that's all for this edition of DD India Sports Buzz. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I am Deepika Mehto, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching DD India Sports Buzz. Namaskar.